unfortunately, a couple minutes ago, it just got even worse because Devontae Adams, Valdes-Scantling, Lazard, Funchess, and Equanimeous St. Brown were also absent. And Matt LaFleur, here's what he said. He said, I've had individual conversations with each guy, but never once has it came up that they coordinated their absences, I'm glad Amari Rodgers was there. At least he ain't given up yet. I love that pick. I love that third round pick. I thought that was a great pick there. I really did. And I'm actually going to talk about Jordan Love later in the podcast, way late. I think right at the end. But, and Brady, I just think OTAs are overrated. And I just said Brady doesn't even like them. But, anyway, Rodgers drama aside, Brady did do some workout with his guys at Tampa Bay, looking to go for his 8th ring. I wish I knew more about Serena Williams and her career, because then I don't really pay attention to tennis that much. I think if I did, I have no doubt in my mind I probably could have picked Serena Williams instead. So she's won 23 Grand Slam singles, most by any player in the Open, and second most all time behind Margaret Court. Yeah. So she's won 23 Grand Slam singles. I don't know. Her and Brady, really. Out of the 5 people I put there, they're the only ones that are first of all, get to showcase their talent every single year, which Phelps doesn't. That's why I didn't take him. And they're, unlike Mickelson and LeBron, it's consensus. They are the best players at what they've done. Brady, I've done I wish I could do it again, but I got to gather all the data again, which I don't want to do. I've made the case that, first of all, he's had 3 Hall of Fame careers, Tom Brady, and if you split his 2 careers in half, his first half and his second half, both those resumes qualify for the best quarterback ever. So, I don't know. And, alright, so now we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. I'm a little worried about Aaron Rodgers. A little more worried than I was. And I've been saying I'm getting more confident because there's not much noise on it. Until yesterday, where everyone overreacted to the OTA absence. I'm not worried about whether the team's going to trade him. There is so much doubt in my mind that they're going to trade him. But I'm a little worried because the fans really don't seem to be on his side at all. And a lot of them are he's got to grow up, we're paying him so much. And that's what a lot of people are saying to me, because I walk around in Packers gear 24/7. And I make it clear that I'm a Packers fan. And everyone was on, when Brady expressed frustration with New England, all their fans were on Brady's side and anti-Belichick. Everyone was on Russell Wilson's side when he said he was getting hit too much. The weird thing is, Aaron Rodgers probably has more of a reason to complain than both those guys did. Brady and Wilson. Brady, well, actually, Brady did have a lot of a reason. I don't know. I think all three of them have great reason to be concerned. I was on Wilson's side too. Because Wilson, and this is what I don't like. I don't like when people just, like, read a story, like, the headline, and then just leave it, you know? Because, like, if you read, like, oh, Wilson unhappy in Seattle, it's like, really? He's unhappy with DK Metcalf? Tyler Lockett? All those guys? No. He's unhappy with his historically bad offensive line. And actually historically bad. 394 sacks in 9 years. 394 sacks in 9 years. I'm about to do that math real quick. Okay, that's 44 sacks a year. Yes, I used a calculator, but it doesn't matter. That's 44 sacks a year. All right, that's a lot of hits. And he had a lot of patience, Wilson. So, you know, but everyone was on their side. A lot of Packers fans have really expressed disdain for Rodgers. And, you know, I personally don't know. I'm really struggling because I feel like with what I'm doing right now, like this whole podcast thing, I feel like I should have an opinion on this. Like, I should have someone who I'm siding with, but I'm really... I think both have a reason to be mad right now. Yes, Green Bay is paying him plenty. And yes, he should just suck it up and play. But I also understand why Rodgers is so frustrated. Because despite a lot of people saying, and I'm not saying he's not, a little self-centered, a little arrogant, because those are actual teammates saying he is. So I believe it. But, he doesn't ask for much, really. He really doesn't. I've told you these stories plenty of times. I know it's obnoxious, but I'm going to tell it again. You're welcome to unfollow me on Google Podcasts if you want, but so first, and I don't think he was that mad about it, but I think what... Alright, so I'm just going to tell real quick. So the only thing he asked was re-sign Jared Cook. And that is not a big ask. I think Jared Cook would have taken a 1-year deal. Because Jared Cook, these football players aren't really that dumb. Like, I know some of them may come off that way, but a lot of them are smart. Because you can't be incredibly stupid and be in football, because you have to get good grades to get in there. But Jared Cook knew he wasn't that big of a factor to the Packers. He scored like 3 touchdowns in the regular season. He made 1 good play against Dallas. Okay, doesn't mean you're worth like a max. But that's all he asked. He asked, re-sign Jared Cook. They were like, yeah, let's let him walk, we'll sign Martellus Bennett. And if I'm not mistaken, Martellus Bennett, I don't think he even played a full season for us before leaving. Yeah, he played 7 games and then left. I think that's where he got a little frustrated. He was like, okay, so you didn't re-sign him, so what? We got Martellus Bennett. And he leaves after 7 games. That would have tweaked me. And then, 2 days after praising Jake Kumaro, saying, love the guy, I think he's going to get signed. They cut him. And I'm sure they were planning to cut him, but I mean, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is praising him like that. You should at least reconsider a bit, because he's not stupid. I know he's not the GM. I understand. But at least give it some consideration. Like, if Rodgers is like, because I think this is what happened. They were like, okay, we're probably going to cut Jake here. And then they heard Rodgers praise him, and then they were like, let's just cut him anyway. But I think they should have given it at least some consideration. I don't think they even gave it any consideration. I think they just stuck to their plan without listening to Rodgers at all. I think that would tweak me a bit too. Then they fired his quarterback coach without telling. Now, I don't think that's even a debate. You can debate with me on being mad about Jake Kumerow. You can debate with me on that. Okay. And you can debate with me with Jared Cook. And I guess somehow you can debate with me over Jordan Love. But you cannot debate with me that firing his quarterback coach without telling him is a terrible move. I mean, you don't just... Alex Van Pelt. Sorry. I always forget his name. I keep thinking it's like Stan Van Gundy or something. It's Alex Van Pelt. I mean... It's a quarterback coach. He works for Aaron, basically. And you fire him without telling him. It's like firing someone's boss without telling them, really. I mean, I don't know. I'm on both their side. I can't pick a side. I really can't. Alright. Anyway. Rodgers said it wasn't about the Jordan... he went on, what's-his-face's show, and, but he said, it's not about the Jordan Love pick. It's about culture and doing things the right way. Now, the deeper the culture is, and this is a pretty deep culture, the more impossible it is to pivot and just blow everything up and, like, completely hit the reset button. I mean, there's been many teams that have done that because they're just not good. Like the Jets, I mean, they did not have a deep culture. So they were just able to pivot and just blow everything up, you know? The Packers' culture is incredibly deep. They can't just blow it up and fire the GM and all that. That just, you know, it just blows everything up. I mean, and I do think, now here's one where I am actually, like where I'm definitely on the Packers side. I don't think they should fire the GM just because Aaron Rodgers said so. That's not something they should do. But I don't know. Alright, so the Blazers yesterday, I think they defined what their team has done all season. The way they played yesterday. They gave up 128, showing they have lack of defense. Damian Lillard dropped 42, showing that they're really Dame reliant. And other players contributed, showing that they have some role players. I think the Blazers, you know who I think they should push for? I think they should push for